All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. The hotspot continues here on a Monday. There we are, and we are back. Now, before we get to this work week weather forecast, I want to send a special birthday shout out to Leslie Santos. This is coming from Janus Santos. They just commented right now on YouTube. So, Leslie, we hope you have a fantastic day. But we are going to go into the KUM News Zoom room to find out what is going on with the weather. This weekend was absolutely perfect, and then it rained. And then it was absolutely perfect again. Fantastic island weather, cool island breeze, sunshine, get a little, suntan going, and then it rained again. So what is up with that? So we're going to bring in the experts right now. Somebody that has been in the NWS for the last couple seasons and very dutifully manning his position there as a forecaster. We bring in, for the first time on this show, first-time contributor, but hopefully long-time viewer, Edwin Montvila. So he is with the NWS. So let's go out to Teedzin right now to bring in Edwin. Half a day and happy holidays to you and our friends over there at the NWS.
Half a day. Thank you for having me on the show.
All right, Matt. First of all, I got to say, you have probably got the best gamer chair of like anybody that we've interviewed, like at the NWS. That is impressive stuff.
Oh boy, it's comfy. I love the cockpit seat feeling of it. So.
Absolutely. Well, we were comfy over the weekend, as I was saying, because, we had great weather punctuated by just crazy rain, and then it went back and forth. So is this something that, was a surprise for you folks at the NWS, or was this expected?
So for us, I would not say that it's too surprising. This is something that we do have to usually have. There's this caveat whenever we mention things such as a dry season or quote unquote dry season or wet season. So in this case, we are entering a period of stronger winds, and we are entering a period where we should be seeing lesser showers. But still, those wrinkles in the trades do bring those showers, and occasionally they may be heavy, depending where you are on the island. As I was looking at right now in the forecast, it should mainly be pleasant through at least the midweek. We will have a bit more scattered showers later tonight as another wrinkle in the trades passes through. Now, when we're talking about the weekend, though, right around towards Christmas Day, we do see a slight increase in trends of showers that will start past the midweek. So starting from Thursday, coming in through Saturday on Christmas Day. And that's all because we have a bit broader surface trough coming through that will inject a bit more moisture into the area. And so even though that is 5 to 7 days out, there is high uncertainty for amount of showers that we may have, but the trend is still there. And so as we approach towards that period, we may see it change a little bit, where we may see a bit on a drier trend. But for now, the next few days, for at least the midweek, we should see moderate trade winds. And should be a bit more pleasant. We're going to see a bit more cloudiness for the next day or so, but then it should become partly cloudy once again during the day. So we should have a few more decent beach days. But
that sounds fantastic. Edwin, now, most of us will put out, milk and cookies for Santa, anticipating his arrival. But because we're expecting like a little bit of the rain as we head into Sunday, we might also want to put out maybe a towel, some tissues or something like that, just to get him and the reindeer to dry off, right?
Absolutely, and just bring a little bit of extra sunscreen just in case the showers will tend to be a little bit heavier if they do occur. So, but as we do enter deeper into the dry season, we should see much more pleasant. Yeah.
Okay, now for our friends in the States, of course, Christmas celebrations, because if you live somewhere where it's snowing, they tend to be inside. Family and friends huddled around, like the fireplace or the Christmas tree, things like that. Here in the island, we like to do things outside, maybe at the beach, maybe set up like a tarp. But because it is raining and everything, how much do you anticipate it to rain that day, and how strong are the winds going to be on Christmas Day?
For Christmas Day, the wind should be a little bit lower than what we've been seeing the last few days. Last few days, we've been seeing some gustier winds. I'm sure you guys have felt driving up down Route 8, as if you drive just a little bit faster, you may feel a little bit of a swing. We should see a little bit of a dipping down in winds, a little bit lower, just because the winds will start redirecting more towards from the southeast. So there'll be slightly weaker trades. So the way this works is we have a high pressure system that's right in the open ocean that's drifting from Asia east, just north of us. And as it moves out of the area, the winds will start to redirect, but they will weaken substantially now. So towards the weekend, as of right now, it is hard to tell the magnitude, but it should be just a little bit lower. When it comes to showers, they will be usually shallow at best. These are not going to be wider coverage showers like where you would see mostly cloudy skies with a lot of stratiform, make it a little bit gloomier. This time around should be more quick passing showers, but we do still see the higher trend towards the weekend. So no promise on the very pleasant beach day, unfortunately. Not at least this time. But we'll have a bit more increased confidence in the next few coming days.
Okay, and you were talking about that high pressure system, which is, not threatening to us by any means, but certainly like within our system and causing some, shall we say, like a fringe effects and everything. And I did notice, because Brandon was actually telling us last week that we could get like a little bit of a cold front-ish. And even though there was like a slight breeze, that breeze was pretty chilly.
Yeah, that is absolutely correct. And you may even feel it more so at night as well. So right as the high pressure, as you were saying, it will exit out, and you will have that another low move into its place. And that will bring that cold front down. We may anticipate some remnants of a shear line. They may drop down, and they may bring down the temperatures quite a bit. I mean, we could feel a bit of that chill in the late evenings. I mean, it's not going to be as chilly as I would say maybe in Hokkaido in Japan, but certainly we could feel it for sure if you're wearing shorts. So.
We're trying to rebuild like our tourism industry here on Guam, Edwin, and everything. But yeah, but speaking of Hokkaido, unfortunately, we don't have like a market here for skiing. But I mean, Hokkaido is just like 3.5 hours away. So, help out our neighbors up north in Japan if you want to go skiing. Come here for the beach.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, let me ask you real quick, because you find folks at the NWS, you guys never stop working. You guys are always, always on guard, always on duty, always passing out the good information. How do you celebrate Christmas if you're at the NWS and, you have to work that one day? Because we do the same thing. We have like a little, maybe for the 3 or 4 of us who have to work that day, we do like a little bit of a potluck because we know mostly everything's closed and everything. But, we like to celebrate with the family over here. What do you guys do for those of you who actually have to work on the holiday?
So I wasn't here for the time before COVID, but before COVID, as far as I understood, they used to have more regular potlucks. But, shift work is shift work. We are open 24 hours a day. The forecast does have to go out. So at least for me personally, I will also be working through Christmas and Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And, it's part of the job we have to do. We have to make sure the forecast is up to date so that others may plan their barbecues accordingly if it's pleasant weather. We do have a little Christmas tree up there, so it does give a little bit of a vibe for us.
Nice.
And so we do put postcards on it and stuff. So we do bring the Christmas spirit in here, and we do turn on music, not music, but like those Christmas carols and stuff like that if we want to. So just bring cool. The Christmas spirit, and that's very, very different from mainland, where if we do see snow, and it usually gives you a sign. But over here, we have to bring it in the house for sure.
Okay. Well, fantastic having you on, Edwin. Hope this was the first time, hopefully first of many. But I do want to let you're fairly well traveled and everything. And again, you've been on Guam for 2 years. We appreciate the work that you've done. Do you want to give a shout out now that we're live on YouTube and on Facebook too? Anybody watching this right now? Any friends or family overseas?
Oh yeah. Oh well, actually, we give a shout out to my wife Lukiko. She's home right now. I'm sure she's probably watching the show right now. And shout out to my parents back in New York City. I hope it's not too cold over there, but they're a little jealous of me being down here, so on Paradise Island. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. Now New York City. You said of the 5 boroughs, you're from Brooklyn and everything like that. Are you a big Nets fan?
Oh boy. So that's tough love, because the Nets were across the river in New Jersey for the longest time, and then they finally came back. It's a different feeling, but I do love the new stadium. The Atlantic Avenue Stadium is amazing. But me personally, not too into basketball, unfortunately. But hey, it's good. It brings pride back into the city, especially since we don't have a Major League Baseball team either. That's the Dodgers.
I was wondering if you were going to go there. Yeah, Dodgers and Giants used to be in New York for you 12-year-olds who have no idea about baseball history. But yeah, they bolted for the West Coast.
Yeah, but as long as the Nets is fun and the Knicks, so we do have a city pride in our teams.
Absolutely, and I know many people, like some very good friends of mine, Edwin, from Brooklyn, from Jersey, and everything, and they are all about Nets, Mets, Jets, Devils. And no other teams. They'll celebrate, the tri-state area, until their last breath.
Or the Cyclones in the minor league, but that's another story. That's in my neighborhood.
All right, man. Hey, we appreciate it. Thank you so much for the knowledge, and thank you for the good word that Christmas may be a little bit rainy and everything like that, but we are going to be able to celebrate as a community once again. And we wish you happy holidays to you and all of our friends out there at the National Weather Service.
I appreciate it, Ben. As usual, do stay up to date with our forecast. We may see changing conditions as we come closer to the Christmas weekend, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I know Landon and Brandon are probably watching the live stream. I think you got competition for the weekly segment, because this Edwin guy is pretty good. So we'll talk about that. We'll have our lawyers contact you guys and everything. So hey, take care, man. That was Work Week Weather Forecast, and everybody, please stay tuned because there is more Hotspot right